the days have become a blur. Yeah, it is the 21st of November, and we're the 23rd Guangzhou International Automobile Exhibition, and we're just going to walk in as the fact that GAC is the host city, Guangzhou base. We're going to start with GAC's hall in here, and I'm going to walk you through just a brief survey of what's going on live in Guangzhou at the moment, what to expect, what options are available to you, and then you get to have a look at what's going on. We will do a proper in-depth video for the whole show, and that will be coming out in about a week or so. But walk with me as we go through the halls in Guangzhou live, so that you get the opportunity to see what's going on. One of the cars that's still showing attention here is this massive pickup truck that is very Cybertruck-esque. So it's called the Pickup 01. It's an electric vehicle as well. Significantly off-road capability, nice bed and available to you on this one as well. And this is just GAC flexing muscle, just trying to let you know that they can do this as well. So watch me as we go through the rest of the options that are available to you. So to my right here, we've got the Lexus stand, and so we've got the off-road capability on display. So you've got your off-road equipment and options available to you. So you've got the GX5 fitting the LX700. You've also got the more modest and sedan cars. As you're well aware, Toyota doesn't do a lot of battery electric vehicles. Most of them are hybrid EVs. They're not plug-in. So this is the LS500H, and that's the ES300H. And they also got a few more cars available to you here. There's a lot of live streaming going on, and people are doing different things at the auto show today to try and get you, make you aware of what's going on. But this is just a walk around to show you what cars are here and what options we've got and which ones you can actually look at what the market's got to offer. So the RX500 we talked about. This is Toyota's Lexus is launched with this particular market. This is the ES350E. This is a fully electric car which is based off the same platform as the BZ3. But this is more premium and more luxurious than the BZ3. This is another smart option based off the Toyota Alphard. This one is also a HEV, another battery electric as well. And that is Lexus's off-road, the one that we saw in this vehicle before. So we keep going through. I wanted to show you one of the cars that I thought was criminally underrated from Volkswagen. ID units. I last saw this in Shanghai, I think it was. And I was pretty impressed with it. And for some reason, I never released the video. So this is the ID Unix 06. There's a 04 as well. It's more like a mini compact SUV. Very, very compact in size. 4.6 meters in length. It's 1.86 meters in height. And 1.8 meters in width and 1.6 meters in height. One thing I liked about it was the boot space and the aggressive stance of it as well. So if you look inside it, this is one of the ones where Volkswagen have actually done a decent enough job on the car itself. So you've got a nice steering wheel, little heads-up display, soft touches in most places, but you've still got a lot of scratchy bits in there, which is a problem that Volkswagen has got to think about. But the driving dynamics of this are pretty good. But my favorite piece was the boot. This is absolutely beautiful to look at, and when you open it up, you've got a lot of boot space in there. So you've got your hooks, lights, top feather for those of us in Australia. Decent boot size, but it's the angles on the car itself. So if you look at it, power tail lights, the Volkswagen logo glows in the dark. You've got that nice spoiler off the top there, which just gives you a beautiful look. So I do have a video of this somewhere that I'm supposed to release to you. And if you know China, the pick of war is always something that you find in almost every car, other car show. And you've got one right here as well. So
要台不台的是吧？全台这回。好，准备好了，来。
and that's what we try to do as well. The pick of war is a massive, massive thing in China. I wanted us to do GMC before we went business. I'm going to go back to GMC. GMC is coming to Australia for those of you who are not in the know. They're also coming to the UK in 2026, but Australia gets first. Sorry, UK. This is the HQ9 PHEV. This is a luxury PHEV, which you can get to have a look at. I think one of the things that you will also notice in there is the premium finish on there. You've got your chrome grills in there, chrome grills at the bottom, scratchy at the bottom, but nice and soft at the top, soft here as well. You've got a nice big compartment for you to store your stuff in there. You've got your driver instrument cluster right over there, which is about 10 inches, and then you've got your infotainment system there with your gear changer here. Lots of space at the bottom, more space in here, cup holders here as well, and more importantly, it's just the fact that the car is very, very luxurious. If you then look into it, it's a 2+2+2 with a nice boot space available to you, plug-in hybrid, and with all the seats up, you've got a significant amount of boot space in here for you that you can put a lot of things in. So GAC have also gone into the heavy duty trucks as well, and this is one of the things that GAC is actually looking into. So China is going all out with having battery electric trucks available to them as well. So they're trying to make the mining process and all the other things a lot cleaner, and GAC is also moving into this market. If you know about electric trucks, most of them at the moment are Volvo. A few other brands are going into it. Ford has got a couple, but predominantly it's the Volvo that's in this segment. Now this is one car that I've always thought about. I thought it was pretty good they came up with this one. It's also a plug-in hybrid, and it's the SUV version of the other car we were looking at. So this is the HS6 PHEV. Again, you've got a very luxurious interior with this. Power tailgates available to you, over 600 liters available to you as well. Quite big in there, no spare tire available. But it's the design of it. It looks pretty nice. Plug-in hybrid. I think it's got about 18 kilowatts, and you've got dual 15-inch screens available to you in the front. This is under the Way brand, and Way, if you know, for GWM, sorry, for this is the plug-in hybrid under the GAC brand, not the Way brand. Looks very similar to a Way though. So we're going to move over to the next platform. And for those of you who are not aware, GAC has got a lot of collaborations with Toyota, with Honda, with Volkswagen as well, with SAIC. Not with SAIC. And they're able to do so much and build so much here. This is their home turf. GAC also has the Trumchi brand, which is only available in China, and the Trumchi brand is associated with affordability. There's so many brands here, it's very difficult for me to keep up. This is the Hongqi. Yeah, we're going to Hongqi now. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Hongqi does most of the premium cars. Government officials are going to elite in China. So they're doing a launch right now.
这个运用的是这个3.7版。其实整个的国旅这个车，无论是从外观包括内饰，我们都是把这个中国的千年的这个文化和这种非遗的这种匠艺都融入了。然后现在呢，这款车是我们叫这个标准的这个定制版本。现在呢，一共呢是外饰跟内饰，我们可以提供11种的这种定制的项目。其实给客户可以组装合成一个舒适版本。然后同时呢，其实我们也配了电影的
Passat Pro.
我们也做了实用版。
I remember the Passat very well. We used to have them when I was a kid growing up. Not an electric car, but the Guangzhou International Automobile Show is not just about electric, it's both electric combustion engines as well as electric cars as well. This is the Tiguan Pro, not an electric car. The Caramel Pro, not an electric car. The La Vida, not an electric car. But this one is a hybrid sedan. I don't think it's a plug-in hybrid, I think it's just a standard Volkswagen for this particular show. Now this is a collaboration between SAIC and Volkswagen, and this is their first SUV proper. Again, this is being built by SAIC for one of my mates in the UK, Yinka. This is an example of what I was trying to tell you, that there's a lot of collaborations going on, and if you're thinking China doesn't have cars to compete with the West, you're sorely mistaken, because even the West is asking them to build their cars for them. So this is the ID era. So the second car on launch today is the ID Evo. Again, this is another fully electric car that's being done. Again, it's in collaboration with SAIC. SAIC is collaborating with Volkswagen to build their cars. There's one that I wanted to talk about, which is going to be a collaboration with Volkswagen and XPeng. So hopefully we get to do that. And Guangzhou is XPeng's home turf. So hopefully we're going to see what XPeng also bring to the market today. The last new car on display on launching today is the ID Aura. This is a combination. This has been a partnership with FAW and Volkswagen, and this is one of those cars that you should be on the lookout for, because it's going to be affordable as well as also very decent handling. Have you got a So, now that we've finished the first hole, let's go see what the other holes have got in stock for us. Now, like I said, I'm going to do a proper deep dive into the holes on day 2, and this is what I wanted you to have a look at. This is Media Day, and Media Day is so full that I wonder what general access and general public access is going to look like tomorrow. So let's see if we can move to the next hole. I'm pretty sure the HQ is Hongxi. That truck is gonna cause chaos. I'm just gonna go back to that truck one more time. So this is what the Cybertruck should have looked like. And GAC is showing you what this is supposed to look like. So this is a concept car. Oh, amazing. So let's move on to the second hole. and we've got a lot of holes to get through today. But like I said, this is just a walk around. We're not going to go in depth with any of this. We're going to do a proper video which will do a more in-depth look at all the cars for you. Well, not all the cars, because there are over 600 cars on display here today. And about 600 are going to be on display till the end of this. Now this is a location that I'm very, very happy to be in. I heard that BYD brought in the Yangwang that actually did the record-breaking run, and that car is here today. So hopefully I will get close enough access for you to be able to have a look at that. But BYD definitely were able to get a lot of attention with that run. So if you look, that's the Yangwang U7 over there. That's the M9. So BYD is doing a launch as well. I'm not sure. The Yangwang is doing a launch. So it's been sealed off at the moment. Let's see if we can get anything I can show you the Yangwang if we can run. Yeah.
还可以吧，是吧？有锻炼过的。
That's the regular Yangwang U9. And this is the traffic issue Yangwang U9.
It's the shortest time at this place in Germany that I electrified the
So this is the track. This is the world record beating Yangwang U9. So this car did 496 kilometers per hour, making it officially the fastest car on the planet. Quad motors, almost 3,000 horsepower, fantastic looking car. So they did bring it here. They did bring it to Guangzhou for us to have a look at. So this is the Yangwang U9. Now, my personal favorite, and I've got a surprise for you. I've got a video coming up on the channel very soon where I was test driving the U7. The U7 is my personal favorite for a reason. It's your dad car, but your dad car with a little bit of oomph in it. Quad motors, 960 kilowatts, 135 kilowatt hour battery, capable of going 0 to 100 in 2.3 seconds, capable of doing over 600 kilometers WLTP, 5-seater. Come on, that is a thing of beauty. Whatever color you look at this car in, this car actually nails it. So this is, I know the Yangwang U9 will always grab the headlines, but for me, this is the car. This is the car that makes me go, yes, I want to drive a sports car. This is the car that makes me go, I want to have a family car, but my family car can exactly do what I need it to do, which is get on the road and make everybody else move. Now, if you look behind us, we've got the U8L. I've got a video of that coming out soon as well. But the U8L, Yangwang have done something that I'm really, really happy for. So the initial U8L that came out was executive only, 4-seater with a massive boot. But what they've done now is they've stepped it up and they've delivered the U8L to now be a 6-seater. And the U8L still has the same aggressive stance of the U8, but this one's a bit longer. And in addition to being longer, it also has 15 degrees of rear steer, so you're not going to feel like you're driving a monster of a truck, which this is. Now, if you think about it carefully, it's a 5.4 meter long car, 2.1 meters wide, 1.9 meters tall, 3 lighters up on the roof, ultrasonic sensors, name it, this car's got it. In addition to that, it's got 1,300 horsepower. So this is the kind of car that if you go on the road with, is all the way make.
Yeah.
Cool. So in addition to that, you've got sensors on the side. Sensors on the side. E4 tool lets you all the tech in there and you get a car this lovely for 250 grand. What are you aiming for? Now, I'm not going to wax lyrical about the U7, I've already done that, it's my personal favorite. But in whichever color you look at the U7 still nails it. Now, if you look over to the side there, this is coming to Australia, and this is launching in Australia right now as we speak. So that's that's going to be called Denza in Australia instead of the Fanchan Bao, and this is going to be Denza B5. Now the Fanchan Bao 5, or the Denza B5 as it's going to be known in Australia, is completely off-roader, durable setup, tires on the back there. It's got over 500 litres of boot space available to it. Lots of luxury in this car. Tow hooks already put in the car for you to look at. And again, this is one of those cars that irrespective of whatever color that you pick on the car, it's going to just scream, pay attention. In addition to that, this car also comes with 10 to 12 degrees of rear steer in the car as well. And if you look at the tires that come with it, you've got your Pirelli Scorpions, 275 20. This ones are all season for the off-road. Sorry, it's quite easy here. This is me. This is my favorite. Now this is known as the Denza B8 in Australia. Massive car. Tire in there. Open the car. 232. Little boot space in there. Roughly about 125 litres, no more. Heavy doors. But this car is designed to go everywhere and support everything. Interior of the car, nice luxury, soft everywhere. Napa leather in there, heated and cooled on the outboard seat in the rear, as well as the two front seats. And in addition to that, you get 3 sets of screens. Now I'm going to apologize to you, Australia. This screen is not coming into Australia. Sorry about that. But you will get... Sorry. So you will get the 2 screens in there plus the heads-up display. You will get the nice retractable gearbox with the cup holders, and you will get the fridge as standard coming in Australia in the top spec model. And one of the things I like about this car is the front grille. So let's come over to this side. It's very busy here. This is the B5. This one's not coming yet, but this one's a cool one as well. This is the TI7. So, again, off-road capability, very much Defender-esque in the way it looks. And this is the baby of the family. This is the B3. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to come to Australia at all, but this is the baby of the family. And this is Denza showing off. That's a 45-degree angle, and the car's just sitting there comfortably. Now, we've got to go back, because I wanted to show you some of the Denza cars. Okay, they're over there. Really, really busy here today. And this is media day. This is not even the real. These DMIs. So one of my favorite DMIs is the AN L, which is capable of doing 1,000 kilowatts, which is 1 megawatt. This is, I think this is the yeah, so this is the TAN L DMI. This is coming to Australia as the C-Line 8. So for those of you looking for your first six-seater, it's going to be this one. Which one's this one? This is another DMI, but this I don't think this is the handheld. No, this is the handheld DMI, but this one. So this one is not the one capable of doing 1,000 kilowatts. Now, for Australia, we're not getting the Denza D9 yet, or even the M9. Now, this is the M9. This is one of those ones that's budget friendly. MPVs with a 2+2+3 configuration and a decent boot size available to you to load all your kids' stuff in, or if you're traveling, lots of stuff. Now that's the Atto 2, but it's called the Up in Australia, in China. I quite like this car. I did test drive this car literally a week ago and really loved it. The video for that also is coming very soon. Right, this is the handheld. So this is the one that can do 1,000 kilowatts. And if you look just over there, they've got one of the handhelds actually in place showing you the capacity to do 1,000 kilowatts. Now, the beautiful thing about that is that it can charge 400 kilometers in 5 minutes. You don't need it to do more than it's just a flash and a boost, but you don't need more than that if you can get 400 kilometers in 5 minutes. So this is the same car, different aesthetics, but same car. And I think people grossly underestimate how beautiful the handheld is. I'm just going to pause for a moment for you to take a look at the handheld without any distractions or any gimmicks on it. This is just the car sitting down telling you to like it a little bit. Now I've got to be honest with you, my favorite location when it comes to everything BYD has to be somewhere between Yangwang and Denza. I think Yangwang is a little bit pricey, but Denza is the sweet spot. And I will show you my version of the U7 in a Denza that is affordable, and I think you might be interested too, so come with me. Really busy here. And today's live on public access. The Z9 is your U7 lookalike from Guangzhou with that level of quality and finish. It's also a quad motor. It's also capable of fast charging at 500 kilowatts. And it looks so beautiful. Like, figure it out. Thank you so much. So this one's not a quad motor, this is a tri-motor. And it's not as fast as the U7, but it is a very beautiful car. So this has got 240 on 3 different electric motors, giving you 720 kilowatts with over 1,000 Newton meters of torque. The aesthetics, the cut, the shape, everything about this guy is so beautiful. So this is my way of saying if you cannot get the U7, you've got the option of the Z9. This is the D9. This is what I call premium MPV. Screens on the back, 2+2 configuration, 3 screens in front, 10.25, and another 12-inch screen available to you there as well. Now, Denza's launched a more premium version of this here today. Let's see if we can get a sneak peek of it. So this is the more premium version of the Denza that's just been launched. New colors, more details in the finish. Denza's gotten rid of the screen in the roof, and it's been replaced with screens on the sides. And in addition to that, you've got your controls here. You've got cooled, heated, and massaging seats in the rear. You've got the same in the front here as well. And then you've got a slightly bigger infotainment screen that's also been put into. It's now 15.2 inches versus the 14.9 that was there before. The heads-up display is also nice and big, and you've got a lot of options in there. One of the things that I loved about the new update is the fact that, is it on this one? Oh, that's so sad. So there's a version of this that you lift this up and there's a fridge under there. So both the front passengers and the rear passengers get a fridge. So that's the fridge for the rear passengers in there. And it will sit 6 bottles very comfortably. It also heats the food if you want to put food in there. So, in addition to that, there's an updated look of the Guangzhou N9. Looking in similar fashion to the D9 that we looked at. You've got this two-tone color with this nice coffee brown color in there as well. And it's still the same size, but it's just looking a little bit more luxurious. But this is a little bit better because you've got more boot space for you. So you've got almost about 250 liters available to you. Nothing in there is just spare savers. But in addition to that, you can actually control the seats from here electrically folding, which I think is one of those things that a lot of car companies miss out. I do find some people moaning about the fact that it's slow. I'd still rather have it slow than going too fast and doing any damage to kids or doing anything to hurt them. Pull it back up. I'd rather have it this slow than hurting anyone. Right, yes, it is slow, but I'd rather still have it slow. And it's also got air suspension, and there are 2 versions of it. There's the battery-only version of it, which is the BEV, as well as the plug-in hybrid. Now, the Denza Z9 also has a GT version. I think this is the N7. This is the N7. Now, the N7 is one of those cute cars that a lot of people fall in love with because it's not too big, drives very well, very luxurious on the inside. It's almost on the same size as a Tesla Model Y, but it's just so low. Guys, you've got to come and see the front. I know I do this sometimes, I get very excited and I act like a school kid, but this is a 17-inch screen right there, and you've got another 12-inch screen there, and you've got another 12-inch screen there for you, which you can then, as the front passenger, watch a movie or do whatever it is that you want to do, and you don't interfere with the infotainment system. And you also have the option of actually adding extra screens in the back if you wanted to as well. So the N7 I always find it to be one of those cars that is criminally underrated as to how good it is. Now we've still got about 4 more through with them before I tire out. I'm already getting tired. Because this video was not supposed to be as complicated or as long as this. It was just a teaser. It was just supposed to be a teaser. And I got super excited and I'm still going. I think if we get to the 3rd hole, I will call it quits and then save the energy to do all the holes for later because there are about 8 holes in total. We haven't got to X-Men.
我们去找个地方。
We haven't got to SAIC. We haven't got to the proper GAC because all we did was see the commercial bits, and there's still so many cars to go through. It's
I'm not sure how much charge you got left. You're on 40 at the start of recording. It's been 36 minutes. You won't be able to get all hauls done.
no chance. No chance of us getting all the hauls done. No. But I think one of the things we definitely did enjoy seeing was the actual car that broke the Nürburgring speed record.
太可惜了，刚刚有跟。你们再逛吧。
One of the most interesting things about being live is the fact that you've got to be animated when you're excited, and sometimes when you're very, very excited, you've got to still try and manage to make yourself seem comported, which I think I've struggled with a little bit today with because some of the cars here are absolutely beautiful and absolutely just mess with your mind. So this is the Denza B5 for Australia, and we're going into hole 3 now. And I'm pretty sure I've done well over 2,000 or 3,000 steps in doing hole 1, hole 2. So let's see what's going to happen in hole 3.
哇，等大成连这么死。
A lot of the cars in this particular hole are going to be internal combustion, so I'm going to skip a lot of them. The car is electric. We do, the channel is electric, and we do sometimes accommodate some HEV cars, but we're not going to cover any car that is not electric. So Audi, looking to my left here, they've got the RSQ8 Performers, they've got the Q7, the Q8, they've got the Q9, but they're all not electric, except for that one, which is the Audi Q4 e-tron. Now, my mate is in love with Audi. Very, very much in love with Audi. And I always tell him I think they're big overrated. This is a Q6000 Sportsback. Now, this is a very beautiful car, but again, I will say it's slightly overrated, but it handles amazing. So, this is one of those cars, and if you notice, Legacy Auto always have a grille that feels like there's something in there, even though there's nothing there, and even though the grille is actually not needed. It's one of those things, there's a word for it in science, I can't remember, which states that you keep something as a legacy because you want people to feel like it's something they've always known. But I can't, off the top of my head, remember the name. So that's also the Q6L e-tron. And I think those are the only two Audi together. I thought I was going to be able to get the Audi E5 Sportsback, which is basically an SAIC built IM5 if you're living in Australia and England, or an L6 if you're living in China. Well, let's see what else is available here. Audi's prepping for the launch of the new Audi A5L, which is not an electric car. So we're going to skip that out and then walk all the way around. I'm going to show you Harmony Motion Association, which is Huawei's collaboration with multiple different car makers to build smart electric cars. And Huawei's done a fantastic job. Every single time you look at the rankings of autonomous driving in China, Huawei always ranks as top 3. So you always have the Xiaopeng's, the Xpeng's also on that top 3 list. You'll always have Tesla doing very well on that list as well. And Huawei's autonomous driving also, I told you I'd done 10,000 steps. So Huawei always does well here. So this is SAIC's collaboration with Huawei's autonomous driving, the Hilvi. And this one is the H5. Now this is in the same bracket as the Tesla Model Y in terms of pricing, but much bigger and much smarter. Well, I wouldn't say smarter. Tesla's FSD is next level, but it does compete. And in terms of luxury, just come and have a look. Soft touch everywhere through. That's felt soft touch. Even the scratchy V's don't really feel scratchy. You've got a 15-inch screen just there. Cup holders, wireless chargers there, 2 USB-Cs at the bottom, charging at 64 watts, and then you've got a USB-A just at the top there. And if you open that up, that's not a fridge, it is a fridge. I do apologize, it is a fridge. And then if you look in the back, again, lots and lots of comfort in here. This is becoming a very big thing in China. These are magnetic hooks, so you can then attach your device to it. You've also got 2 wireless chargers at the bottom there, which charges 64 watts as well. So that's pretty awesome. And you've got your seat pockets in there, ISOFIX points also available to you. And if you drop this, you've got your cup holders here. I think the cute bit is your boot. So let's have a look at the boot. That's a decent sized boot. So you've got speakers, your subwoofers here, you've got your power outlet available to you, and that's for your parcel shelf, and top header is going to be available for the countries to do, and you can fold it just by clicking on this button here. Alright, so I'm going to close this back, and I think all the models here today are the H5, so we're not going to go into a lot of detail, we're going to go into Geely in a second. Now Geely is finally launched an MPV. That was the one thing that was missing from the Geely collection. So the Geely Galaxy group, and if you know, the Geely is probably the fastest growing car company in the world, period, at the moment. So this is the V900. Well, like I said, we're not going to go details on anything that's not electric. So we're going to need to let somebody in an A7. The A7 is one of Geely's most popular cars in China. I think the only car that's got more popular than him is the Geo. So she's stuck around, you stick in, this is the Geely A7. This is a fully electric sedan. Comes with all the kit that you find in the Galaxy EX5. The interior is very similar to it, and I'll show you the Galaxy EX5 in a moment. This is also one of the most popular cars. This is the Green sedan. Again, the interior is very similar to it. Pop-out door handles, soft touch materials, scratchy on the bottom, like all the other Galaxy. But the major thing about Galaxy is the fact that it's affordable, so you get class at an affordable price. If you've ever been in the Geely EX5, the Geely Starray in Australia, it's the same thing. it's a premium, it's a level of premium finishing. Thank you. So it's a level of finishing, but this is a massive boot space for a sedan. Now, in China, the Geely EX5 is called the E5. Trade barriers, trademarks stopped it from being called the E5 in China. I think it was Audi's fault. But again, it's that level of quality. You get the same standardization across each of the brands. Now, this is probably Geely's most popular car. It's this one and the Geometric. So the this is the Geo Mini. The Geo proper is their actual most popular one, but the Geo Mini is I'd say probably the K car kind of answer. But if you look at it, it's a 4-seater, very affordable little car. Does the job. It's scratchy, but nice and soft. Dial controls, window controls just there. You've got a tiny 12-inch display here and an even tinier 8-inch display on the dash. But it's cute. It kind of reminds me of the ruling Mini EV, and that's the competition for this. And those of you who know the Chinese market very well will know that the ruling Mini EV is the biggest seller in China. So it's the Seagull, there's a ruling Mini EV, the Geom this year, previously was the Seagull, and then the Seagull. Those are the top three. Now, this is one car that is long overdue from Geely. Geely needed an SUV in the proper SUV segment, and they took their sweet Jesus of a time in building one. Why is this cute? This is a 6 or 7-seater depending on what you want. I can sit in the boot. The boot is quite nice and big in size. You can sit comfortably in there. You've got 2 screens up front, 15 inches, so that's comfortable. But you also have a pop-out 17-inch screen, no, pop-out 16-inch screen in there for the kids in the back. So which all of a sudden, this isn't looking like a cheap car. This is looking premium, but not at a premium price. Come on, let's have a look at the interior. There seems to be a lot of people on this side. I'm just going to see if I can slip in and just show you a few things. So I'm going to try and keep it very simple. But this is the 16-inch screen I was talking about. And then if you look in front, you've got 2 15-inch screens just there for you to look at. And then you've got another heads-up display present, and you've got another 8-inch screen available to you for the driver instrument cluster. So Geely, if you're watching this, we won this in Australia. This is one that we won. Now this is the Geely E7 EMI. So this is a plug-in hybrid. This hasn't come to Australia yet. This is the bigger brother to the Galaxy EX5. Sorry, the Starry. This is the bigger brother to the Starry, because the Starry is slightly smaller than this, but they're both EMIs. And the Starry is not a bad car, but this is better. Okay, so I think we're done with Geely. Three. So we've got to go to hole 4. I'm going to park. And this looks like an ID bus, but it isn't an ID bus. This Samsung Motors. It really looks like an ID bus, but it isn't. And between you and me, it looks a lot cuter than the ID bus. I'm geeking out now because this is one of the guys I enjoy watching on the show. So this is the chap from Inside China Auto. So these are customizations from Cuba of all the Broncos and all the off-roads. Right, so I'm going to hall 4. Do you have an idea what the battery looks like now?
No.
I did say I was going to try and get to hall 4 before I quit, and then we'll do a proper video with more details and we'll select which cars that we're going to go for. But this was just to give you a teaser of everything that we're doing and how much we're trying to make sure that you get content available to you. And this is just for you to know that we're doing our best to make sure we're giving you good quality content. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please like, share, subscribe, join us on membership. That also helps us to continue to keep this going. And we are moving over to hall 4 now. So this is GWM, this is the way, this is the premium design. This is the one I was in. I was getting a little bit confused with the design.
想你手都给他终身保修，对不对？拍一段给你好看点，好点。
Model, which means this is the plug-in hybrid. And this is premium and quality as well, which you have a look at it on the interior and coming up on the cameras. This is why I was confused. So Way uses a map this way and the Ochi goes that way. But this is fully electric. Fully luxurious. And if you've noticed with the Chinese cars, when you say luxury, you get a screen, captain seats in the back, cooled, heated and massaging, 2 USB-Cs. This doesn't have a fridge, and then you've got 2 extra seats in the back. And with the 6 seats up, you've got a decent amount of boot space. So just for emphasis, I can sit here, which means this is about 200 meters of boot space. You can put some bags in here while you're going away. Okay, so now this is the smaller version of that car, and then this looks a little bit cuter. It reminds me of the N7 from Guangzhou. This is the H6L from Apple, and this is not a plug-in hybrid. Okay. Now this is one that we've got to look at. This is coming to Australia. This is in lemon green. This is the Aura 5. So for those of you who know in Australia, the Aura is the only GWM electric car available in Australia at the moment. The Aura 5 builds on the Aura to give you an SUV that looks like the Aura but is a little bit cuter. And if you do think about it, it does have some posh kind of looks to it, and the shape and design of it as well. The interior also is pretty amazing, and it's got buttons in there for you. USB-C's at the bottom. So if you come in a little bit closer, you've got a 14-inch infotainment system and 8.8 a 10.25 driver instrument cluster, USB-Cs at the bottom. You've got your cup holders there, cooled, heated and massaging seats, and you've got a decent inside. Again, it looks like the Bug, but no, it also looks like a little bit like a Porsche as well. Power tailgates, decent boot size, no tires unfortunately, but lots of space under there. Extra space is in, well lit in the back here as well. So this is the GWM. Now this is it in the matte grey. Slides like butter. These are options and what you can do with your GWM. Show you. I did a video for some time ago. This is a 4-wheel drive. We've seen this Australia. This is the MPV. This is launching pretty soon. And this is, I heard that a little bird told me that this is going to be coming in at roughly about 80 to 90,000. So watch that.
过瘾，特别过瘾。你们坐了怎么样？感觉？谁出汗？开车的没出汗，坐车的出汗。也没有小姐姐猛啊。
我们看到两位都有点脸红了似的。好，接下来呢，我们再开放最后一圈的一个体验名额吧。
That's the Tank 500, and right behind it is the Tank 700. Sorry, I'm having to scream because of how loud it is at the moment.
哎，大家积极性都在哪里啊？我们最后一圈。
We'll do a deep dive when we do the video for the channel.
我来选呀。
什么？这2圈都是我们选的，给你个机会。
好，那我就把握好这次机会了。 我看到这边有个特别好看的小姐姐，来，我们邀请这位小姐姐来体验一圈吧。好，我们邀请这位小姐姐。
It's not electric, so we're going to skip it. That's the iX1. Another leather on the interior. Fantastic quality all the way through. Scratchy at the bottom like some of the cheap Chinese ones. Nothing like that in here. Very comfortable seats. You've got a 16-inch screen all the way across. Pull back, you get the same thing here. Manual air vents in the back. This very brown color is so cool. Get a decent boot size as well. So this is the BMW iX1. That is a petrol BMW 5. This is petrol as well. BMW i4. iX1 that we just seen. Massive boot space because it's a hatchback. Interior of the car looks pretty good. And this is the BMW i5. This is the replacement for the BMW 5 Series. And this is the eDrive 35L. Decent boot size in there. Definitely low tire, but more space at the bottom as well. It says 5 in neon lights for you to know it's the BMW i5. Beautiful.
300米后向左侧转弯，进入展场西路。
A BMW.
向右侧转弯。
Your premium brand and you charge premium
沿右侧
prices.
行驶，然后立即进入华南快速，
Why
驶
the
向环城
scratchy
高
bits
速
at the
北环
bottom?，
全方限速为80
Soft
公里每小时。
touch here. Nice mood lighting in the car. This is very, very beautiful. Okay. Now, this is where we're going to stop for today. We're going to try and get more content over the next 3 or 4 days. We'll do a deep dive in specific cars. Multiple things are going to come through. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.